In 1966, the RSEA engineering agency entered the global international construction market. Overseas RSEA engineering agency projects were spread across Southeast Asia, Africa, the Middle East, the Americas, the Pacific Islands, and the Indian Ocean region. The first and second episodes of the previous video have already introduced projects in 6 Southeast Asian countries. This is the third episode. This episode will continue by introducing projects in the Middle East, including Taif, Jeddah, Yanbu, Abha, Riyadh, Unaizah, and Jubail in Saudi Arabia, as well as projects in Jordan and Bahrain. Considering the length of the video, the third episode has been divided into 2 parts. The first part, accounting for 1/3 of 3/4 of the episode, will begin by introducing Taif, Jeddah, Yanbu, and Abha regions located along the western coast of Saudi Arabia facing the Red Sea. The second part, making up 2/3 of 3/4 of the episode, will cover the regions of Riyadh, Unaizah, and Jubail in Saudi Arabia, as well as projects in Jordan and Bahrain. The fourth episode will continue with an introduction to projects in Africa, the Americas, the Pacific Islands, and the Indian Ocean region. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, commonly referred to as Saudi Arabia or simply Saudi, is an Arab country located on the Arabian Peninsula in Western Asia. Saudi Arabia covers an area of 2,149,690 square kilometers, with a population of approximately 34.233 million. Saudi Arabia borders Jordan and Iraq to the north. To the northeast it borders Kuwait, and to the east, it shares borders with Qatar, Bahrain, and the United Arab Emirates. To the southeast it borders Oman, and to the south, it shares a border with Yemen. It is the only country that has coastlines on both the Red Sea and the Persian Gulf. Saudi Arabia experiences large temperature variations between day and night, with high humidity primarily in the coastal areas, while most regions are generally hot and dry, and the majority of its land consists of uninhabitable deserts and barren wilderness, yet it is the world's leading country in both oil production and exports. Saudi Arabia is known as the land of the 2 holy mosques, referring to the Al-Masjid Al-Haram in Mecca and Al-Masjid An-Nabawi in Medina. Riyadh is the capital and largest city of Saudi Arabia. In addition to being a member of the Gulf Cooperation Council, Saudi Arabia is also a member of several other international organizations. It is also a member of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation and the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries. In 1973, the first project undertaken by the RSEA engineering agency in Saudi Arabia was the Mecca Al-Hawiyah Highway, which connects Mecca to Al-Hawiyah. This highway project spans a total length of 110 kilometers, and served as the RSEA engineering agency's stepping stone into the Saudi Arabian market. Mecca is the holiest city in Islam, and each year it receives a vast number of Muslim pilgrims from around the world. Therefore, this highway came to be known as the Pilgrimage Road. In the area surrounding the holy city of Mecca, non-Muslims are strictly prohibited from entering, so the RSEA engineering agency hired Muslim workers to carry out work within the holy city, and employed satellite monitoring to oversee the construction. The project was successfully completed in 1977, marking RSEA engineering agency's successful debut in the Middle East. As the Mecca Al-Hawiyah Highway project neared completion, the Saudi government proactively entrusted the RSEA engineering agency with several projects in the Taif region, including the Taif Airport access roads and bridges, a satellite communication station, the 19A and 20A highways in the Mecca Al-Hawiyah area, and the Mecca Al-Hawiyah Highway interchange. The RSEA engineering agency subsequently won the contract for the Bani Saad 36D highway project in Saudi Arabia. The Bani Saad 36D highway spans a total length of 87 kilometers and is located along Route 54, which connects Taif to Abha. Taif serves as the summer capital and a popular retreat for the Saudi royal family and high-ranking government officials during the summer months, and is situated on a plateau over 200 kilometers east of Jeddah. The project commenced in September 1975 and was completed in October 1978. Subsequently, the RSEA engineering agency undertook another project in the region, the highway from Taif to Jubail, Dhaka, which began construction in July 1981 and was completed in August 1983. In 1987, the RSEA Engineering Agency was awarded the construction of the Underground Command Center in Taif, Saudi Arabia, through a negotiated contract. This project was a key military confidential undertaking between the U.S. and Saudi governments under a government-to-government agreement, jointly contracted by the U.S. firms CRSS and MNE under a turnkey arrangement with the U.S. Air Force as part of the Peace Shield program. The project was funded and ultimately utilized by the Saudi military. The RSEA Engineering Agency, in joint venture with CRSS and MNE, was responsible for the complete civil infrastructure and structural works, which included managing subcontractors designated by the two JV partners, one being a U.S. generator manufacturer, and the other a Finnish blast-proof door supplier. According to the contract, RSEA Engineering Agency was responsible for overseeing their facility supply, installation, system integration support, test runs, and overall project management. The overall civil engineering work was carried out using the cut-and-cover method, and involved the construction of a two-story underground structure, which was covered after the structural work was completed, with the first basement-level housing facilities areas, work zones, and a contamination control zone. The second basement level included facilities and a dining area, with the facilities section equipped with mechanical, electrical, and HVAC systems, as well as essential life support and fire protection equipment. These installations ensured the continuous safety of personnel at work and guaranteed the long-term operability of the command system. This project is highly confidential, complex, and technical. Thanks to the close cooperation between RSEA Engineering Agency and other teams, it was successfully completed on time and with high quality in 1991. CRSS and MNE sent official letters of commendation and expressed their sincere gratitude. Jeddah, located on the western coast of Saudi Arabia, is an important port city along the Red Sea. In the early 20th century, it served as the capital of Saudi Arabia and later became the central hub for RSEA Engineering Agency's expansion of engineering operations in the country. RSEA Engineering Agency's Saudi Arabia office was established in Jeddah. From 1975 to the 1980s, RSEA Engineering Agency undertook three major projects in the Jeddah port area. The first was the Jeddah Naval Port Offshore Project. The second was the Phase 2 Onshore Facilities Project for the Jeddah Naval Port, and the third was the Phase 2 Wharf Construction and Dredging Project at Jeddah Islamic Port. Jeddah Naval Port Offshore Project, commissioned by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the project was undertaken by a joint venture between RSEA Engineering Agency and the Greek company Petra. The share distribution was 40% for RSEA Engineering Agency and 60% for Petra. The original contract was valued at $108 million and was completed at approximately $120 million. This amount was 2.5 times the cost of the Phase 1 project of Taichung Port. In this project, RSEA Engineering Agency was responsible for the port and wharf construction, while Petra handled the procurement and installation of electromechanical and military equipment. Construction began in February 1975 and was completed in June 1979. The Phase 2 Onshore Facilities Project at Jeddah Naval Port involved the completion of 371 buildings of various types. It also included 45 hectares of landscaping and an irrigation system, 33 kilometers of roads, 45 kilometers of fencing, as well as air conditioning, water, and electrical systems. The entire onshore base covered an area of 1,200 hectares, twice the size of Taichung Port in Taiwan, and served as a key Red Sea base for the Royal Saudi Navy. Construction began in October 1978 and was completed in June 1983. The Phase 2 Wharf Facilities Dredging Project at Jeddah Seaport involved not only dredging work. The primary work involved the construction of a 148-meter high control tower at Jeddah Port in Saudi Arabia. The formwork for the spherical structure, approximately 50 meters high at the top, was manufactured in Taiwan, and RSEA Engineering Agency's logo was prominently displayed on it. This project commenced in 1982 and was completed in 1985. The Jeddah Port Control Tower remains an important landmark of the city to this day. From 1993 to 1995, RSEA Engineering Agency also undertook the renovation project for the U.S. Consulate General in Jeddah. In 1980, RSEA Engineering Agency expanded its operations into the Yanbu Industrial Zone, located north of Jeddah. RSEA Engineering Agency successively completed the following projects. Basic infrastructure works for the light industrial zone in Yanbu Industrial City. Construction of a sanitary sewer collection system, completed in May 1982. Construction of 3 chimneys with the tallest reaching 150 meters in height. Each was completed from foundation to top in just 21 days. Construction began in 1980 and was completed successively by March 1983. In 1996, RSEA Engineering Agency returned to the Yanbu Industrial Zone to undertake the construction of the Yanbu Cement Technology Building and Executive Staff Dormitories. Construction began in April 1996 and was completed in June 1997. In September 1997, RSEA Engineering Agency undertook contract K009 for the expansion of the Yanbu petrochemical plant. In February 1998, RSEA Engineering Agency undertook the cement panel installation project for the Sabak Company building. The cement panel installation project was completed in December 1999. The petrochemical plant expansion was completed in December 2000. In 1977, RSEA Engineering Agency expanded into the Abha Highlands in the southwestern region of Saudi Arabia. RSEA Engineering Agency successively completed 4 highway construction projects and 1 national park and 1 Air Force base, totaling 6 projects. The world-renowned Shahar Descent Highway, Asur National Park, Al-Baha 36A Highway Project, Dirab Descent Highway Project, Kamas Air Force Base, Jizan Route No. 10 Highway Project. Among RSEA Engineering Agency's accomplishments in Saudi Arabia, the construction of the Shahar Descent Highway stands as one of its most globally remarkable achievements. The Shahar Descent Highway is located along the Red Sea coast of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and forms part of the Tahama downhill highway system, with a total length of 63 kilometers. During the initial 1.5 years of the project, the efforts were focused on constructing various access roads, forming a network of over 7 kilometers of temporary routes throughout the mountain valleys. To avoid excessive gradients, the access roads on the mountain slopes were designed in a zigzag pattern. Protective measures such as Daiwadag rock bolts were applied to stabilize the excavated slopes. Tunnel excavation adopted the new Austrian tunneling method, a technique widely recognized and effectively used around the world. Tunnels number 13 and 14 were unique in that they were constructed as cut-and-cover gallery-type false tunnels. At each tunnel entrance and along the cliffs stood towering bridge piers, rising majestically. Along the 14-kilometer uphill section, there were 20 steel girder bridges in total, all constructed across steep mountain valleys. The tallest of these bridges reached a height of 60 meters. Building such high pier bridges at these elevations was a remarkable engineering feat. The Shahar Descent Highway featured a total of 31 bridges, with a combined length of 3,045 meters. All bridges spanned along the mountainside, with bridges number 6, 7, and 8 forming the most spectacular curves. This is a rare example in global highway engineering, and the construction of such a massive project was extraordinarily challenging. Today, looking upon this great highway, the dedication and effort of RSEA Engineering Agency have truly paid off. This highway has become a model for international mountain road construction, and the Saudi government once showcased it as a highlight of its transportation infrastructure. During his visit to Saudi Arabia, then Minister of Transportation Lin Chan specifically toured RSEA Engineering Agency's Shahar construction site. The Saudi government hosted a grand state banquet in Abha to welcome him. At the 1981 annual meeting of the World Road Association held in Stockholm, Sweden, the Shahar Descent Highway was recognized as a successful example of a unique road engineering project worldwide. Its striking natural scenery also led to its designation as the Shah Scenic Highway. The Shah Descent Highway project began in November 1977 and was completed in April 1983. RSEA National Park is the largest national park in Saudi Arabia. Located on the Abha Plateau along the western coast of Saudi Arabia, it stretches from mountains at an elevation of 3,200 meters down to the shores of the Red Sea. RSEA Engineering Agency undertook the construction of the park's administration center, visitor reception center, roads, parking lots, and camping areas. The original terrain was artistically reshaped through human effort, transforming the desert into a scenic landscape. The park actually also includes Sauda Park, Dalagan Park, Happy Park, and Hadba Park. It spans a total length of 200 kilometers and covers an area of 4,800 square kilometers. Construction began in April 1979 and was completed in December 1981. In April 1981, RSEA Engineering Agency undertook the construction of the Al-Baha 36A highway, with a total length of 61.63 kilometers. The scenic Al-Baha highway in Saudi Arabia lies gracefully beneath a blanket of morning mist. The Baha work zone is as radiant as a rainbow. It feels like a paradise on earth. One cannot see the true face of Al-Baha, simply because one is within the very mountains themselves. The construction section of the highway is mostly located in mountainous areas at elevations exceeding 2,200 meters above sea level. The road winds through towering mountains and steep ridges. How to successfully lift and place the precast beams became a key focus of this project. The completed high bridge piers with lifted beams resemble a crescent moon in perspective. The bridge spans across the vast mountain valley, creating a scene of majestic grandeur. The Al-Baha 36A highway project was completed in August 1986. The Dirab Descent Highway is the most challenging section of Saudi Arabia's 800-kilometer-long Highway 54. Saudis often compare the Dirab Descent Highway to the Shah Descent Highway, as both feature a series of valleys connected by bridges. The bridge deck has both slope and curvature, and the steel beam installation required zero-stress conditions during lifting, which further increased the difficulty of placing the steel beams. Despite being only 10.87 kilometers long, the route includes 38 bridges. The tallest bridge pier reaches 45 meters, and the longest span measures 80 meters. It resembles a lofty and rugged mountain road composed entirely of bridges. Caravans of camels often passed through the construction site, adding a unique and charming touch to the scene. Construction was filled with thrills and challenges, and driving on the road was even more exhilarating. This project began in October 1981 and was completed in March 1987. In 1982, RSEA Engineering Agency undertook the construction of the Khamis Airbase project. The project included 8 components, such as an aircraft engine testing facility, a special vehicle maintenance plant, a flight control tower, and a wastewater treatment plant. Supervised by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the project was successfully completed in 1984. The quality met top international standards and was recognized with multiple awards from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. RSEA Engineering Agency was recognized as one of the top 2 contractors among more than 100 firms undertaking USACE projects in the Middle East. During the Gulf War, Khamis Airbase coordinated with the Bahrain Airbase, which was constructed by RSEA Engineering Agency during the Gulf War, and played a key role in the U.S. victory. In June 1982, RSEA Engineering Agency undertook the construction of the Jizan Route No. 10 highway project. It spans a length of 75 kilometers. Jizan is located in the desert region of southwestern Saudi Arabia. With scorching summers and frequent sandstorms, RSEA Engineering Agency's staff endured extreme hardship, working year-round under intense heat and blowing sand. The project was completed in September 1986. The overseas operations of RSEA Engineering Agency are introduced in a 4-part series. Following the first and second episodes, which introduced projects in 6 Southeast Asian countries, This third episode is further divided into 2 parts due to the length of the footage. The first of the 2 parts in this episode covers projects along the Red Sea region in Saudi Arabia, including the regions of Taif, Jeddah, Yanbu, and Abha in Saudi Arabia. The second part of the third episode continues with projects in other regions of Saudi Arabia, including Riyadh, Unaizah, and Jubail, as well as projects in the 2 countries of Jordan and Bahrain. The fourth episode will continue with an introduction to various projects in Africa, the Americas, the Pacific Islands, and the Indian Ocean region. Please stay tuned.